Praise the Lord, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with Dr. Lesia, the preacher. Okay. All right, now, y'all. Well, my prayer today for you guys is that you keep your good and bad balanced in life. I know most people teach only be good and just squash all the bad and just throw it away and keep it away and, avoid it and all that kind of stuff. I say always be aware of your good and your bad and keep them balanced and well managed. Both sides of you. That's what I'm saying. But I'm also saying you have the right to choose. You have the right to choose to vote or not. I am pro-choice on all levels. I believe in the right to choose. Choose to do something or not. And I don't think we need laws to determine that. That's what I believe. So, for those of you who choose not to vote, so be it. That is the power of choice. Praise Most High. And for those of you who choose to vote, do so. The power of choice. Praise Most High. Whether you vote or not, you are still a good person. You are still a child of Most High if you are a believer, no matter your religion title, no matter what your religion title is. I'm a believer. A believer of what? Of Most High. And there are a lot of stories about Most High, so many stories about Most High. And I choose to believe the stories I choose to believe. The power of choice. I choose life. Today, was it today? Today, yesterday, whenever. I think it was today. I tried to vote the other day, but it was closed. I got there too late. I had dropped my grandson, Caden, off to work, and then I tried to hurry up and go vote, but they were closed. So I went today? Yeah, today. All right, so whenever I went, okay, guys. But I voted, and I had to write in, some things. And, but I chose to vote. Sometimes I choose not to. Whether I do or don't, I'm still me. I still believe in Most High, But this time I did choose to vote. And I voted early. And I want to encourage those of you who choose to vote and have the ability to vote early, go vote early. If not, catch it on the 5th. It's all good. I love all of you either way. Either way, I love you. And take advantage of the liberty to choose. And don't let anyone bully you, either way or the other. Do what you believe is right, based on a believer of the Word of Most High. And right now, the main source that I use as a believer of Most High, well, myself, of course, and then, the Holy Bible, the King James Version, That's what I use. That's my main source. But I'm not limited to myself And I'm not limited to the Holy Bible by no means. On a daily basis, I'm doing research within many texts and, audio, video resources of, educational content and just people like you and me. I just like everyday people. You and me, I like listening to us. Me personally. I read I have a PhD, guys, and my PhD is, a lot of heavy research stuff. So it's still a part of who I am, just researching and being knowledgeable. And then I have a lot of life experience because I was married for 32 years. Whether people consider my marriages good or bad, either way it go, I still put in a good 32 years, so possibly more. But, so I was married my whole life, my whole adulthood. So now I get to be just me, and I'm happy about it. I feel good about it. I've always been me. But when you spend 32 years in married family life, being you is not the point. Being you is not at the forefront. It's almost as if after all that's over is when you, not that it ever truly ends, but now that I'm divorced, I'm solo, and I was so tempted to jump right back into another marriage. I was so tempted. But because my divorce was so, stinky, it saved me. At first I was mad that my divorce was, kind of interfering with my new relationship. Don't that sound crazy, y'all? That's how far gone we are. My divorce was interfering with my new relationship. That's how far gone we are in this world, in this American world. I believe I have two worlds. My native world, natural native world, and then I have this American world that I have to subscribe to. I hate that word, but right now I feel like I have to. So anyway, back to, a horrible divorce, messing with my new relationship. Well, the relationship ended. I've been solo for 2 years. I have not had sex, have not been in a committed relationship in 2 years, and it feels so good, y'all. I didn't know it could feel this good. And there are people who make comments about, you ain't got no man and all that. I've had men since I was 14. And I was legally married for 32 years, guys. I am not a woman without men. Trust. However, I do enjoy this time of not having one. It feels really good. Now, do I have access to men? Yeah, I have access to people. Men are not dead. But I'm not dating anyone. I'm not taking my clothes off to anybody. I'm not talking to anybody on the phone. I'm not even talking to anybody on the phone, guys. I'm like, what? It don't even bother me. It don't bother me. I'm like, it don't even bother me. At first, it was like terrifying because, I don't remember ever experiencing this. You know what I'm saying? So, you're afraid of something that's foreign. You know what I mean? Like, kind of. But now I really do enjoy me. It's been such a long time. I haven't been just me since, it's been a long time. I went from family life at age 18, going to college, and then getting married, and then kids and suburban life and being cheated on and trying to survive without being broke, and Jesus Christ. Now it's just me and my children, the two that I gave birth to, which are girls. I just let them live their lives and just kind of oversee them, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm their overseer, but they're free to do whatever they want. My daughters, yeah. I raised them to be independent and submissive. They know how to be both. It's really weird. I can't explain it. My daughters are independent and submissive too. I'm like that. I'm independent. I can stand on my own. But I have the ability to not bite the hand that feed me. That's one piece of advice from my childhood that I really value. Do not bite the hand that feed you. Once you know the hands, or hands, however many, that feed you, don't bite them. Now, you may have some standards, boundaries, a few expectations and things in place, but don't bite. I'd rather block people, cut them off, and let it be known where I stand than to remain toxic, remain argumentative, remain contentious, But anyway, choose to live today. As far as your salvation goes, you have no control over that, really. Our Messiah has already taken care of that. He's already taken care of that. Right now, our job is to live and stay alive for as long as we can, bearing fruit of Most High. And really, at this point in the game, there's only two main commandments. Love Most High with all you got, okay? And then treat others as well as yourself. And I treat myself very well. And I'm being realigned and recalibrated to treat myself like just top of the line. I'm not there yet, guys. I am not there yet. But I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. I know what it looked like. I have visions. I've seen other people, live it, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, but I have my own little special sauce and way of doing things. I don't really just flat out copy anybody. I'm inspired by a lot of people. I am inspired, by a lot of people. And I may, celebrate with them and things, and the things they do and stuff. But when it comes to me, I'm fairly original. Even though my originality is inspired by Most High, His entire creation, and just the relationships that I build with other people on this earth. In my past, I have been exposed to hundreds and thousands of people. I've been on a bit of a, sabbatical, a little bit of I've been isolated and kind of healing. I've taken a good 4 years now, a good 4 to 5 years to just heal. My marriage was ending. My husband was leaving. We could not figure it out. We were not equally yoked in the believers department. I'm a believer, but he may be something else possibly. I don't know. I'm not sure. We were married 25 years total, and I can't really tell you for sure what his belief was. It changed on the course of our journey. It changed. And he was the lead. And when he changed, he did not disclose the change. I didn't know. I didn't even know that he stopped believing in, I always thought he didn't believe in divorce. our entire marriage, he always said, I don't believe in divorce. And once he decided to divorce me, then he said, well, I changed my mind. Because I'm like, you're acting like you want to be divorced, so you may as well own it. You know, I've been divorced before, so this isn't new to me. This is new to you. So I granted him the opportunity to do it his way, but his way left me very broken, and it didn't have to be. And I have all the emails and documentations and everything to prove what I'm saying. But he is successfully married to someone new, the person he left me for on the low. Quiet, quiet. He want to act like, you know, it was all clean and after me and all of that and stuff, but it wasn't, guys. It wasn't. It wasn't, you know, but I don't know. You know, I wasn't there. I didn't keep up with them. I didn't follow them. I just had to get out the mud. This is my second time, you know, going through this. I couldn't focus on the other woman. I had to go through that the first time because I had kids involved. I had to get to know the other woman. This time, I ain't got to get to know this particular woman. I already dealt with the sugar baby, the birthday twin, and women at work. You know, I've done all this, the swinging. You know, I've dealt with his issues. I've dealt with his issues. While we were trying to get the boys grown, we took advantage of that time to deal with our shadow side, you know. But he was doing it on the low while I was doing it out loud. So it was weird. Like I'm going to therapy for 5 years, taking medication and therapy for 5 years, where he refused to go. He went to a few visits, but after that, you know what I'm saying? So it's a challenge trying to heal alone when you're legally married and raising kids and they're all grown up and pulling away from you because they don't understand what's going on. And as a mother, I could only tell them so much. And he's not saying anything. He was silent and gave the silent treatment to me and the kids. He could have spared the kids a lot had he just spoken up. But I'm submissive. I'm not going to rise up above the leader. I don't bite the hand that feeds me and my children. So I had to wait until he was done with us. And the sure sign that he was done with us was legally marrying the homewrecker, the person that he used to bust up our marriage. That's what I mean by homewrecker. He used this woman to bust up our marriage because he couldn't do it by himself. He didn't have it in him to just, you know, walk away clean. He had to get some help. And while he was finding the strength within to leave me, I had the right to survive, and I did. And where I need to repent, Most High and I got that worked out. He and I, you know, he is my healer. He's my provider. I'm here talking to you guys about it. You know what I mean? You know, but as far as anything else, I am a woman with children and have the right to eat and survive with my children by any means. When abandoned by a man who took his time. In the most cruel way that no one could see. So that's why I have to share my story so that other women know how smooth these men operate, how they come into these women's lives, create a bunch of chaos, and slide on out like they were some type of savior. And we were just ungrateful. And drug addicts and, you know, whatever people think of us. We were not like this when we entered that marriage. So vote according to your belief, vote according to your life, and vote because you have a choice or not to. And when you vote, you have options. Options are nice. There's nothing wrong with options. You just have to admit that you are the kind of person that need them. Don't sell yourself as something you're not. If you're the kind of person that have multiple loves and you know you like, multiple people, be honest about it. Don't go into a marriage lying about being monogamous and then crush a family and then go to a new family and do whatever you're doing over there. I don't keep up. It's none of my business. I blocked everybody in his life. I don't have no reason to know his business. And I know my daughters, well, at least one, still keep in contact in her own little way. And, there's nothing I can do about that. I gave birth to her. She's mine. And I ain't cutting her off. I'm not cutting off my daughter. Y'all can forget that. Because I'm the one who chose him as her stepfather and exposed her to him for 25 years, whether good or bad, because that's what the Bible said to do. I didn't do it with her father, so I chose to do it with a stepfather instead. And we got through it, and so I'm not gonna punish my children for being forgiving, loving people that I raised them to be. I'm not. At the same time, I also have the right to protect myself from who I perceive to be my enemy. I have the right. Two things can be true at the same time. And I'm okay with that. I had to grow into that. And being on this YouTube channel for 7 years has been a part of my growth process. I'm strong enough to stand on my own, love myself, oversee my children and grandchildren with Most High. 1 foot on an alligator and the other foot probably on a crocodile. Knowing me. And Most High and I are just gliding like Raspity. And I meet people here and there and have some fun and everything. But I will never overcommit again. Legal marriage is not my thing. 2 was enough. 2 and done. Legally, that is, Now, if I meet people and they want to share their wealth with me, hey, and as I gain wealth and I want to share my wealth with people, hey, I've been doing that the whole time. That's something I will always do, share my wealth. Share my love, share my knowledge, share my pain, my tears. I share it all on here, guys. I'll be on here snot-nose crying. I'll be on here snot-nose crying, doing handstands and cartwheels and preaching, teaching, twerking, whatever. Okay. Some people love it. Most people hate it. Some people love it, and y'all my tribe. Most people hate it, and that's expected. Most people will hate it, and that is expected. Those are the ones that probably watch me the most. The ones that hate it, because I don't get many comments. Hateful people don't want to give you your credit. So that's how I know more people watch me, hate me, than people that love me. One day the people that love me are going to come. They're going to come on in. Yeah, I smoke, y'all. I still smoke. I'm not going to say this is the only bad thing I do. But, my life is so limited right now to just my kids and grandkids. I don't have a lot of socialization. So it's not a lot of sin to really get all off into. And again, uh, Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah, King, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords and stuff, he already took care of the salvation of my soul. He took care of that department. It's my job to make sure my life down here, rolled a certain way. So, you know, so my relationships are minimal at the moment. So it's not a whole lot of sin going on. But I know as I interact with more people, the sin opportunities will increase. And that's what I mean by managing. You got to manage that. And you can't control what people come at you with all the time. You get tired, and sometimes you got to be able to go to sleep. And people will violate you when you're tired. People will violate you when you're asleep. People will violate you when you're exhausted. They will exhaust you just to violate you and abandon you and then go off with somebody else. Change their mind, change their vows. All right, guys. So anyway, it happened to me twice. So, but I have witnessed other people that did not experience all that, or if they did, I saw them repent from it and still have a happy marriage. I've witnessed it. I've helped people achieve it. I've helped other couples stay together after cheating. I've helped other couples do it already. So anyway, y'all be blessed and vote however you want to. Look at your options. Do what work for your life. I did what worked for mine. Whether it makes sense to other people or not is none of my business. As long as you don't make it your business what other people think and say about your choices, hey, do what you want. It's legal. No matter how pissed off and mad and threatening people appear to be, that ain't how it works in reality. So yeah, and some of you all are not going to vote, and that's okay. I love everybody. I really do. I love all my exes. I forgive them. I love their homewreckers and forgive them. But what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And I have the right to speak about it. That's all I'm doing. And I do it in a very dramatic, colorful way. Like, again, this is old stuff. But I'm trying to, build some books and, build some momentum in my life. And all I got to work with is 32 years of what I lived. And if people left me with good stuff to talk about, great. And if they left me with a bunch of bad stuff to talk about, then that's just what they left me with. What can I say? And I'm glad they were able to still move on and have a good life even after, what we went through. Why would I be mad? That's what going to church and being inspired and being a believer is all about. Keep on taking chances, repenting, keep getting up and going. And it may seem like I'm putting my mouth on them. It may seem like that. And, because I can be a little comical, I can be dramatic, I can be angry, and I can be all crying, and I can be, I can just be a lot of emotional stuff. Theatrical stuff. In order to get the message across. And I like to use props, like hats and jewelry and makeup and costumes and instruments, and that's just who I am, Whatever. Some people hate it, and some people love it. And it's okay. I'm going to have it my way. All right, so y'all be blessed. Vote how you want to or not. Dr. Lesia the Preacher is like, hey. So over here, you're going to, see me, post some stuff about Trump. You're going to see me post some stuff about all them politicians. I don't know none of them. I'm just reporting out what I hear and think and how it relates to my life, and just giving my little opinion every once in a while. That's really about it, guys. That's it. So don't let this voting and stuff stress y'all out. It is not that, they got all these quote unquote illegal immigrants over here. Just how illegal can they be if y'all paying them, accommodating them? So you can throw the word illegal out the window at this point. So we're just overpopulated intentionally, some kind of way, for some reason. And over time, they'll let us know why. And we will continue to adjust to the changes as we always do. Some days we're going to adjust to changes like, and other days we're going to adjust to changes like, yay! You know what I mean? That's how life is. And I had to learn that sometimes in relationships, you're going to have happy moments. But most of the moments are going to be very work-oriented. Very work-oriented. And a lot of people try to run away from the messes they make and think that they can go somewhere else and act like they never did anything. It's really not that simple. You go wherever you lay your head. You're going to be right there. No matter who the person is next to you, you're going to be there. And so I've learned to lay my head in my own bed by myself and deal with myself. I've learned to deal with myself. It took a long time. And I went through quite a few guys. Yeah. For me, it was a lot. For me. Compared to other women, I'd be flabbergasted when I hear the quantity. Not that it has anything to do with that, y'all, but I was so hard on myself for no reason. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to catch the hell up. I'm just kidding. I'm about to catch the hell up. I'm about 200 or 300 men down. No, I'm just kidding. I need to catch up with 200 or 300 men out there. And your wife. If you got a wife, that's a bonus. Now, I'm not really into single people because I don't want to be legally married. So why? I've been married for 32 years. And I'm not interested in legal marriage. It doesn't benefit me anymore. So, I figured just hang out with couples. Because couples like to liven their relationship up. Because I know when my husband and I were swinging, it was fun. Well, we had so much fun. Then he wanted to get all overly righteous on me real quick so he could run off with somebody else. Boy, it did work for him, y'all. Just so y'all know, it did work for him. I'm not going to say it didn't work. He's married. It worked. He was able to act like he didn't do all that nasty stuff for me. And run off and get him a new wife like he never done nothing. And I ain't mad. Hell, shoot. He was my second chance, so how can I be mad? I'm not. But I don't like how they did it. And so I'm going to profit from it. Why not? One way or another, I'm going to profit. I know they're not going to give me nothing. Of course, they're not going to give me nothing. Even though I may, mention that on this channel a lot and throw that up in the air. You know what I mean? But I believe other people may agree with me, and if I get enough people to agree with me, even if I'm dead and gone, other people may pick up that ball and keep it rolling and say she was on to something, you know. So I'm gonna keep hyping that up. But in the meantime, hopefully through my own books and sales and, product sales and speaking engagements and things like that, talking about my experience in that particular marriage. Not so much the first one. The first one, he and I believe we resolved everything. And he's happily off in his own world. And, you know, we're good. I raised his daughters, and ain't like he can have them, so. I just don't have nothing to complain too much about over there. When you settle things, you settle things. And there aren't too many other exes in the past to really complain about, because when you settle things, you settle things. This is really the only relationship that was so traumatic that it affected all the other relationships in my life, where it required like 4 to 5 years of healing, and we're still not out of the, warm water. We're out of the hottest water, but we're not out of warm water yet. So we're still dealing with some things and ironing through some things that he don't even care about. They don't. So people, men, women, 18 and older in the United States, vote as you see fit. And that's what I did. Okay. Don't let nobody bully you, talk down to you. No. We can choose up in here, okay? Because, in the hood, I'm in the hood, y'all. And so in the hood, we don't play that for real, for real. Not for real. I mean, we've been going along with a lot for a long time. And over the past, like since 2016, we all, and some sooner, of course, no doubt, we all been going through different awakenings at different times. And it's all good. It's all good. And I'm glad to be on this side. Whatever this side is, I'm glad to be over here as a believer. I don't carry all those other titles. I don't carry all those other titles. Just believer is enough for me. That alone is enough. And then when you start stepping into those other titles, it just gets more complicated. All right, guys. Love you. And remember my goddaughter, the hurricane survivor of Hurricane Helene and Milton, Misha in Florida. Thank you all for your donations. She got a really big one that helped her with utility bills and stuff. So thank you all. Thank you. And, just thank you for your support. Just thank you for watching. My subscriptions is still growing. Oh, and congratulations to Dodash. Dodash, congratulations. She actually comments back to me, guys. She hasn't gotten so big yet where she's not responding to comments and stuff. Isn't that awesome? Make me feel special. Y'all know me. I'm always like riding on somebody else's waves. I like to serve, I'm a water baby. I'm always out in the hot tub and stuff anyway. If somebody else in the water playing splash, I'm like, hey, y'all. I go over there. I like to connect with my tribe. And, I DoorDash too. Maybe the next time I DoorDash, I'll, bring y'all in on it. But it's not that big of a deal to me. That's her thing, My thing right now is the uncommitted wife. And so my vote is in. My vote is in. So I feel good. And so now I can just keep on doing what I'm doing. Sharing clips of Candace Owens and Kamala Harris, just all of them. Beyonce and Taylor Swift, all of them. I don't know none of them people. Kanye West, I be hyping them all up. Why not? Hype them all up. Or sometimes I frown about, like I may hype the same person up about one thing, hype them up, and then be like, what the heck about, something else. What's wrong with that? I can like something you say and don't like something else you said. Okay, and we can still kick it. In my world, anyway. But anyway, all right. Bye, guys. Thank you for your support. And you can click like, subscribe, and you can email me at DrLesiaThePreacha at gmail.com. You can hit me up on my Cash App with a love offering at Cash App. What is it? $, Dr. Lesia the Preacher. Any amount. $1, $2, $3, $4. I'm in the hood, guys. I do not complain. Okay? It's just support. Saying, hey, thank you for making almost 4,000 videos for free for the community. Some people hate my videos and others are blessed. Over here, we deal with our light side and we have to deal with the shadow side too. Light and dark. I deal with both. Most High deal with my soul. But on this earth, if I want to live as long as I possibly can, I got to know how to deal with light and dark. Period. The dark is not going to take me out. It's just not. And all I got to do is, learn, experience some things, and treat people as well as myself, y'all. So, y'all, we going to be traveling, okay? We going to be meeting up, okay? So, if you guys, email me. And if you want to put together some type of, event in your town, you got to show receipts and stuff. I'm not going to have people gathering up and it's some type of scam. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to email me. We got to chit chat. And I will start going live so we can travel. I want to be a travel agent. I want to meet up for church events. You know what I mean? So I want to have it set up where, our little community, we're traveling, we're meeting up, sister circles, and things like that. I don't care who when at this point, male or female, either way it go, we still can do what we gonna do. We can still travel domestically together. We can still meet up in different states. We can still develop each other's businesses together. How about that? How about we help each other build up each other's businesses? Find ways to connect outside of social media because they can snatch this down at any time. I have TikTok, Instagram, but I'm not that heavy on them right now. And I have other YouTube channels, and I'm going to start sharing my channels and pay closer attention to, the rules and regulations and stuff. It's kind of hard for me to do that because I've been freestyling it for 7 years on here, guys. That's why it's hard for me to try to, figure out how to get monetized and stuff because I really don't care. I like just being me for real. That's just how much I like being me. As long as my bills is paid, I'm good. I ain't got to be rich. And who I'm with, the couples, the people that I enjoy, ain't got to be rich either. And if you are, hey. But you don't have to be. What? And you ain't even got to have it all there either. I am not all there. I couldn't be. So you don't have to be. I do my own hair. I maintain myself. I know how to eat free and take myself out, to dinner. I go to dinner by myself. I'll go on vacation by myself, you know. I mean, not absolutely, absolutely. It'd be other people around. And when I travel, I go with groups, you know. But I don't take like a lover with me. Family and friends are not that interested in going with me. And that's okay. That's okay. Good thing I love myself. Good thing I still travel, you know, around anyway. So whether people like how you vote or not, so do you anyway. Or don't vote anyway. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Yeah. All right. So Dr. Lesia the Preacher loves you. And, you know, do your best out there. You know, be the best believer you can be based on whatever you use. You know? You know? Because the Spirit, at the end of the day, is what orders your steps. At the end of any day, beginning and end of any day, it's the Spirit that orders your steps. All right, guys. Bye. Love you.